It feels like the entire town is holding its breath as we head into Tuesday, June 9. The situation at Windermere is nothing short of a nightmare fuel for everyone involved, especially for the ones currently trapped in that cold, unforgiving cell. We know that things have shifted dramatically now, that someone as volatile as the legendary villain has been moved off the board, so to speak. Guys, can you even imagine the internal panic currently consuming someone like Cassius? He is pacing, he is sweating, and he is clearly terrified of what happens when his master stops caring about his primary objective. When he receives word that finding his own sister, Britt, is no longer the top priority because the focus has shifted to the arrival of Liesel, you can practically hear the gears turning in his head. It is a delicious mess, and I suspect that this change in orders is going to be the undoing of every single villainous plan currently in motion. Let us talk about that cell for a moment. If you ask me, putting two of the smartest, most resilient women in this entire town, Liesel and Jocelyn, in the exact same room at Windermere is the biggest mistake any kidnapper could ever make. We saw Liesel unconscious on that sofa, and the moment she wakes up, the look on her face is going to be pure, unadulterated fury. Jocelyn has been through enough, and she is far from a damsel in distress. I see them forming an alliance that will rattle the walls of that castle. They are not just going to wait to be rescued. They are going to architect their own freedom. And I honestly cannot wait to see how they tear that place apart from the inside out. Then there is the drama unfolding over at the hospital, which feels like a powder keg waiting to explode. We have Trina, who is standing tall and firm in her support for her father, Curtis. But then you have Kai, who is struggling with his own set of moral dilemmas after Curtis went after Isaiah. It is fascinating to watch these two collide because they are both coming from places of genuine hurt. If you ask me, the way Trina delivers those biting, sarcastic remarks to Kai shows just how much pressure she is under. She is not going to back down, even if it means risking her relationship, and I think we are witnessing the beginning of a truly painful divide between them. The fallout from the assault on Isaiah is not just a medical issue, it is a relationship killer. Speaking of Isaiah in the hospital, have you noticed how fragile things have become for Portia? She is in her office, clearly drowning in the emotional weight of it all. When she pleads with Isaiah to just hit the pause button on his confrontation with Curtis, you can see the raw agony on her face. She knows that if these two men continue down this path, there is no coming back from the wreckage. I believe she is the only person who truly understands the long-term consequences of this feud, and it is heartbreaking to see her try to hold the pieces together while everything around her starts to crumble. Curtis, meanwhile, is doing exactly what I expected him to do. He is playing defense. He is hunting for a shark of a lawyer to deal with the assault allegations, and my mind immediately goes to the usual suspects. Is he calling Alexis? If she could pull off the miracle she did for Willow, she is definitely the right choice. But if I were a betting person, I would say Curtis is going to find that the law is a dangerous game when you are already on the wrong side of the truth. He is desperate, he is cornered, and he is looking for an exit strategy that might not exist. And can we take a moment to process the sheer absurdity and excitement of what Lucas discovered? Christina announcing that she is going to medical school is the kind of curveball that keeps us all hooked. I love that she is reaching out to Lucas for advice. It makes sense, right? He has been through the trenches at the hospital, and he knows exactly what kind of hell she is about to walk into. I hope this means we get to see a different side of Christina, one that is more focused and perhaps a little more grounded. Although, knowing this family, that is probably just wishful thinking. Finally, we have the moment we have all been waiting for with Sunny and Laura. Seeing them together, reflecting on the nightmare they have both had to endure, gives me such a sense of closure, even if I know it is temporary. They are celebrating a small victory, but they both know the war is far from over. When Laura says that they have survived this together and that it is time to end it, it feels like a turning point for the entire city. They are taking back their power, and I truly believe that the reign of terror is nearing its final, gasping breath. I really think that we are approaching a climax that will leave us all reeling. The way these stories are intersecting the kidnapping at Windermere, the professional and personal fallout at the hospital, and the power moves being made by the heads of these families is just masterclass storytelling. If you ask me, the writers are setting us up for a summer that will be talked about for years. I am glued to my screen, waiting to see who makes the first move and who pays the ultimate price for their mistakes. I find myself constantly wondering if any of these characters will actually survive the fallout of these choices. Will Jocelyn and Liesel succeed? Will Trina and Kai survive the wreckage of their trust? And most importantly, will Sunny finally be able to put this nightmare to rest once and for all? I have my theories, but in this world, nothing is ever guaranteed until the final frame. We are just along for the ride, and I am loving every chaotic minute of it. Stay tuned, because the next few episodes are going to change everything we think we know about Port Charles. As we look ahead, the shadow of the past seems to be looming larger than ever. Every character is fighting their own battle, whether it is for freedom, for justice, or for the survival of their own soul. It is this exact blend of high-stakes drama and deep-seated human emotion that makes me so incredibly invested in these people. We are not just watching a show. We are watching a tapestry of lives being woven into something truly complex and sometimes, quite frankly, terrifying. I really want to know what you all think about this. Are we heading toward a happy ending, or are we just preparing for a bigger, darker tragedy? I feel like we are standing on the edge of a cliff, and the only way is down. The question is, who is going to be there to catch them when they fall? I guess we will just have to keep watching to find out, and I promise to be here to break it all down with you every step of the way. Don't go anywhere, because the storm is just beginning to break. I am genuinely curious to see how the hospital staff reacts when the news of the kidnapping finally ripples through the halls. It is going to shift the dynamic of every single department. And with the potential of a legal battle looming over Curtis, I expect to see even more fireworks in the courtroom. It is going to be messy, it is going to be loud, and I would not have it any other way. I am already counting down the seconds until the next reveal. Let us see if our favorite characters can navigate this maze without losing themselves entirely. One thing is for certain, the stakes have never been higher for anyone in town. Whether you are a business mogul or a humble nurse, the reach of these villains is touching everyone. It is a total system failure, and I am here for the reconstruction. If you have been feeling the same way, let's keep digging into these secrets until there is nothing left to hide. This is the kind of drama that makes us feel alive, and I cannot wait to see where the narrative takes us next. I will be keeping a very close watch on the developments surrounding the legal team and the medical staff, because I have a strong feeling that the biggest secrets have yet to be told. Everything is connected, and the sooner we see the bigger picture, the better we can understand why everyone is behaving so strangely. I suspect that before the week is out, we will have even more questions than we have answers, and that is exactly how it should be. See you on the other side of this madness.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.